Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil. Pas de
Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful high waist palazzo pants with zipper at the back. If this sounds like what you are interested in, please keep on watching. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. So I also made the top for this pants, but I'll be uploading that much later. For now, we will just be learning on how to make high waist pants with zipper at the back, okay, and a band. So guys, I upload sewing tutorial every week, okay, so every week I upload sewing tutorial. And if you have difficulty in drafting, cutting or sewing your pants, then this video is definitely for you, because this video is very beginners friendly. So let's just get into the video. For this video I made use of 2 yards of African print. You can use any fabric of your choice. So I just drew out a starting line, so all our measurements will be taken from that line, okay, this particular line. So to know the amount of fabric to fold, divide your hip circumference measurement by 4, then add 5 inches at least to it. Okay, so that was what I did. Okay, so we'll be cutting at the front piece first. So I minus 2 inches from the band, for the band. Okay, so from that 2 inches I marked my hip line, and then I marked my crotch line, and then you come down by 2 inches for your tie line, just like this. And then from the waist you measure the length of your pants. So on this waistline I've been putting my hip circumference measurement plus 1 inch stitching allowance. Okay, so it is 9 plus 1 inch stitching allowance, that is 10. So I'll mark the same thing on the hip line as well as on the crotch line. After marking that, I'll connect it into a straight line, just like this. So I'll measure the distance from there to this side like this, just like so, and then I'll divide that by 4. So I got 2.5 inches. So I just marked it. And then on the tie line, divide your tie measurements by 2. So I divided mine and I just marked it as well. Okay, so I'm just cross checking. After that, I'll just draw our crotch. So when drawing this, ensure that it is not too deep, okay, else you'll be having folding. So ensure it is not too deep when you are drawing your crotch. Okay, so after drawing my crotch, now I'll measure what I have on my tie line. I'll measure what I have, and then I'll bring it down to the length of the pants, and then I'll connect everything together just like this. After that, I'll just cut it out. So we are done with the front pattern of this dress. Because it is an high waist pants, I added, my crotch is 9 inches, but I used 10 inches just because I don't want it to fold. I hope you understand. So for the back piece, ensure you have space at the top part and at the side, just the way you see. I have 2 inches by the side and I have 1.5 by at the top side. So now I'll place my front piece directly on that mark that I just have. So from the, I'll mark, this is how I'll place it. You can see me placing it directly on the top part, on the markings that I made, and at the back I am doing the same thing. So be sure that you have everything intact. So after arranging it, you come to this side here, and then you go up by 1 inch. You can do 1.5, you can do 2 inches, and then you connect it this way. Just watch what I'm doing. Can you see? So you connect it, go up by 1 inch, and then connect it. If you don't do this, you realize that when after sewing, the front piece of your trouser will be dragging to the back side. Okay, so that's basically is for the back and the front. So after doing this, now you just trace everything out. Okay, so it is necessary that you do that, okay, especially for those with bigger butts. So after cutting, ensure that you also split it into two. So when you place it like this, you can see that automatically the back piece is bigger than that of the front piece. So that is how it is supposed to be. So now I will just split it opened. Okay, so after doing that, now to create the pocket, I just marked 3 inches here, and then I came down by 7 inches. Then I'll connect it to meet that 3 inches. And then after connecting it, I'll just go ahead and just trace it out. So I'll make sure that my fabric is equal. So I'll open this up, and before I do that, I have another piece that I've cut out for the pocket. So it's being folded into two like this. So what I'll do now is to make sure that it is equal. After that, the width is 12 inches and the length is also 12 inches. It is not standard. Okay, so you place your pocket this way on the folded part of the fabric. So you place it like so, and then you trace it out and cut out. So that's basically it for the pocket cutting. So now I'll cut this out just like this, and then I'll split the pocket into two. So what I'll be doing now is to place the pocket right side facing right side. Okay, so I'll just place this one right side like so, and then I'll just stitch it down using like 1/4 inch. I'll repeat the same thing for this other side and stitch it down. So after I am done stitching, this is what it looks like. I also went ahead to top stitch. I don't know if you can see it, so I top stitch on it. So what I'll be doing now is to create the pocket. I'll measure that 3 inches that we cut out from like this, and then I'll carry this part to meet the 3 inches, just the way you see me doing, and then I'll secure it with my pin. So I'll now go ahead and just stitch. So I'll also secure this part with my pin so that it doesn't move from where it is. Then now you just go ahead and stitch on at this top part, just 1/4 inch, and then you flip it this way, and then you stitch like so, following the direction of my chalk. So basically you'll be covering the pocket. So I am done with it, and now is to attach the back piece to the front piece. And to do that, I will join the back piece to the front piece, right side facing right side, and I'll stitch it by the side using 1 inch all the way down. So I've stitched it, and this is what it is looking like. So what I'll do now is to flip it. You can see my mark is straight. I had to even mark the 1 inch. Okay, so that's why sometimes when you sew, the line of your trouser will be coming to the front side, because sometimes you did not like take out the measurements you use when sewing. If you add 1/2 inch, take out your 1/2 inch, take out your 1 inch, and when taking out this 1 inch, take it from bottom to down. Okay, don't like take 1 inch at the top, 1/2 inch at the bottom. No. So now I join the two pieces together, and then I'm just marking my waist measurement, my hip measurement, and then I'll trace it out. You can see me tracing it out. After tracing it out, I'll just go ahead and stitch on it basically. So I'll just go ahead and stitch on it just the way you see me doing. Okay, so after stitching it, this is what I have. So now I'll bring this to the other side. I'll turn it. So now what we'll be doing now is to close the pants. So from this crotch, okay, just ensure that they are equal. Ensure that your pants are equal, both the back and the front. Hold the crotch down, and then you stitch it from one crotch to the other crotch. Okay, so don't stitch it from the bottom part, no way. stitch it from the crotch area. So from here I'll stitch it down to this side. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm arranging the fabric that in a way that it will be together, and then I'll stitch this other side from the crotch as well. So after stitching it from one crotch to another, this is what it is looking like. Can you see? So now I'll just loosen the back piece because we'll be inserting a zipper. Also, we'll be attaching a zipper to it, so I'll just lose it a bit. So that's where I'll be attaching the zipper. Okay, so now what we'll be doing is to measure the round, what I have for this round waist circumference. So after I measure it, I'll cut out my band. So after measuring it, this is what I have. I got 34 and I added 1 inch, making 35 inches. Okay, so now for the band I have 5 inches for the width. Okay, by the time I'm done attaching it to the pants, I'll be having 2 inches. Okay, so now you place your band like this. This is the easiest way to attach a band to any dress. You can see me, I just place it straight down and then I'll stitch on it all the way down. Okay, ensure you add stitching allowance. I'll first of all fold it like this and stitch it down, then bring it back to the right side. So I attached my zipper, the band, and I also hemmed the bottom part of the trouser, and this is what the pant is looking like. It's so beautiful and very, very comfortable, trust me. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. When you give it a thumbs up, other people get to see it. And till I see you guys in my next one, bye.
Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.